Good morning and welcome into Weekend Recharge. I'm LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. And also this morning, storm specialist Carl Parker is with us as well. And yeah, we're concerned because people right now in Florida.
Up on our snapshot, the big stories we're covering for you to get your recharge from the weekend, recharge for the week ahead. There you go. There's Invest. Here's the front that's going to be the big weather maker for the eastern seaboard in terms of heavy rain, severe weather, and yes, that tornado threat. We have torcons out for parts of the east, but don't be fooled by the lack of rainfall and storms in parts of the west, because the big story there, the incredible extreme heat, and unfortunately we're starting to see some fires in Southern California. That's not helping the situation, but out ahead of that front, definitely keeping an eye on all of that heavy rain. Paul? That includes Ocean City, the Outer Banks, Virginia Beach down to Charleston, and more specifically, not just the heavy rain, the damaging wind threat which exists, tornado threat too. 3 for southeastern New York and eastern PA, but also a 3 out of 10 on the Torcon for New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, DC, central and eastern Virginia. Have a way to get warnings. This is our best look at what the radar may be looking like as early as the lunch hour. You see the line getting together, moving off to the east and developing this afternoon. So by 5 o'clock, beginning to move into Philadelphia, the DC, Baltimore area, then clearing the East Coast by later on this evening, still with showers late tonight in towards Boston. Damaging wind threat and power outages all possible. More on this. Paul, with the threat of a tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico looming, business in the area is definitely paying attention and paying close attention to that forecast. Here to discuss the economic implications of June tropical event is the weather company's rainmakers. We get you recharged for the weekend and the week ahead. Our big stories, of course, we're watching the tropics, but a huge severe threat rolls east. A lot of territory covered, and just about every facet of severe weather you can think of is going to be coming at us. And that extreme western heat continues. Unfortunately, some records were broken yesterday. More could be today. There it is, our Invest area 93L is starting to get its act together, and maybe in the next 24 hours, we could be looking at something officially tropical. But there's that huge risk area for severe weather. It's not just damaging winds and hail. We're concerned about power outages, but certainly the tornado threat. And we have torcons out. We'll update you on that. But look at this map, 15 to 30 degrees above average again for a lot of cities across the west. And it's not just a one and done. A few more days of this. We'll talk about how much longer this will last. Paul? To the Shenandoah National Park. You are in that red zone all the way up to New York State and the Hudson Valley. The concerns, of course, the damaging winds, maybe some hail. But when you look at the checklist of all the things kind of coming together, you see high for shear, high in moisture. You have that combination and you start to think, well, maybe some supercells, maybe some tornadoes. And we do have a torcon of 3 today for southeastern New York, eastern PA, but also as we head down towards Virginia here, a 3 out of 10. New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, DC, Central, and Eastern Virginia. So important to have a way to get warnings, because these are going to be coming in very quickly. Right now, you're sort of getting a precursor of showers in through western PA and into parts of New England. But right where we could see maybe a little enhancement and really see things get going later today is where we may get some sunshine in there. So we fast forward in through the afternoon. There's our main line of concern here, coming through places like Philly and Baltimore into New York between 4 and 6 p.m. and clearing the shore by later tonight. To these statistics, severe weather has claimed the lives of almost 3,000 people in the last 5 years. But where did individual states rank during that period in terms of weather-related deaths? And is your state one of the deadliest per capita? Our Mark Elliott takes a look at the 5 states that top the list. Okay, that's normal for the Southwest, for Southern California, but even still, it's early in the season. You haven't acclimated your body, so definitely listen to your body. Take it easy. Phoenix, for example, average high 101, but we're going to be well above that for the foreseeable future, at least in the next 5 days. And Phoenix hit 115, the earliest on record, by about 4 days, so that's significant as well. Today, record highs could be broken from Washington State to Oregon over into Arizona, and yes, the Valley of the Sun forecast to be 116. The record high for the date is 112, and then you see places like Yakima, 103 is the forecast. Record high 98, so we are looking at a comfortable margin here with some of these records. But you see, today, tomorrow, still a lot of places up into the mid-90s. Salt Lake City, for example, mid-90s as we get through tomorrow, and then by Tuesday, still 90 plus across